Hi everybody, I know it's been a while since I've actually shot a movie review here. As you can tell, I'm alive and well and just fine. I'm going to do a little bit of catching up here. But I just first wanted to say, I've not crawled in a hole and died. Obviously, I'm still here. I've got some movie reviews for you here. And this next movie review, I'm going to talk about this. It's Tombstone. It's Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer in it. As you know, Wyatt, Earp, and Doc Holliday. This is, of course, on Blu-ray. Recently, we got a Blu-ray player because our DVD player kind of croaked. Well, this is actually a very, very good movie. I mean, it's kind of movie that, you can sit a guy down and get him to watch it because it's, gunfights and, men being men and women being women and what have you. I tell you what, this has got, let's see, besides Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, Michael Biehn, Powers Boothby, Robert Burke, Dana Delaney, Sam Elliott, Stephen Lang, Joanna Pacula, Bill Paxton, Jason Priestley, Michael Rooker, John Tenney, Billy Zane, and Charlton Heston. But I mean, this is a really, really, really good, movie. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's got the OK Corrall, where they, like, shoot those guys down and stuff. But yeah, it's really, really, really worth watching. And my favorite parts where, Wyatt Earp becomes a U.S. Marshal, and he's, a lot of his friends and family have been, hurt or killed, and, the cowboys, are responsible for it, and one of the cowboys tries to kill Wyatt because they think that Wyatt's leaving on the train with the rest of his family, and, what happens is Wyatt shoots this one guy right in the back, and, he says, he rolls the guy over, and he's like, you called down the thunder, here's the thunder, and he opens up his jacket, like, on this side, and on his left side, and says, you see that? It says U.S. Marshal, and you call down the thunder, you've got it, I'm U.S. Marshal now, and the cowboy's got this, oh shit, look on his face, and it's just, they just have it out. I mean, this is a really, really, really good movie. I like Dana Delaney's character in here. She plays, and I forget the girl's name, but she plays the singer that comes and entertains at the local saloon, and she also performs and stuff with her, like, musical troupe and stuff, and she ultimately ends up with Wyatt after Wyatt's girlfriend ODs on morphine or something, and Wyatt and this girl travel all over the place, and I remember another really nice scene involves Dana Delaney's character and Wyatt Earp, and Wyatt Earp asks the girl, what's your favorite thing, and she said room service or something like that, Wyatt comes back to her and he sees her later, and he's like, he goes and sees her and says, and this is after the OK Corrall and everything, he's like, I don't have a penny to my name, and I don't, I have, like, no money, no nothing to my name, and he's like, but I can offer you my love and companionship. He goes, maybe we can order some room service and, have a good life together, because he actually Wyatt Earp fell in love with this girl or something, and, she says, of course I will, and, it's just, and it's like, you feel like, you want to say, well, you dumb git, what took you so long to, get your act together and go find this girl. I guess, Wyatt had to hit rock bottom before he realized that, that girl was the one he wanted to be with. As far as Val Kilmer playing Doc Holliday, he actually is very good in this movie. This is one of those few movies that I actually enjoy seeing Val Kilmer in. He just was just ruthless as Doc Holliday. And this was interesting. On here, on this particular Blu-ray disc, and I actually learned this from, the special features on this disc, Doc Holliday was actually going to be a dentist before he got tuberculosis, or consumption, or whatever. He had tuberculosis. And that's what ended up killing him, was the TB. Well, and he had to quit being going to dental school to actually, so he can, deal with his TB problem, because of course back, when Wyatt and them all lived, there was no cure for tuberculosis. So, it was basically, as we all know, was a death sentence back then. But he, Doc Holliday lived as if, he was going to die that night. And, for all anybody knew, that was probably going to be what happened. He actually, he intimidated the crap out of a lot of those cowboys, because he was just like, you could tell he just did not give two hoots, he was like, I'm here, I'm going to end up dying anyway. He knew he was going to either die with a bullet in his back, or, choking to death on the tuberculosis. But he was, he was ruthless as a person. But anyway, I do highly recommend this. And one other thing I did want to mention is, and it emphasizes it a lot in this movie, is the relationship between Doc Holliday and, I almost said Val Kilmer, and Wyatt Earp. And it's just, it's like, Doc Holliday was a good friend of Wyatt when other people would have just thrown up their hands and been like, like, seriously, and Wyatt Earp and Val Kilmer Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday had each other's back. And, it was just, they were there for each other as friends right up until Doc Holliday died. But, it just, it just really is, great to see, where it's like it shows like the friendship and the companionship that they all enjoyed. And then, granted, bad things happened, and, things got out of control, like the OK Corrall, and they actually show it like as a more like realistic thing, where it was like they didn't go there to the OK Corrall intent on killing anybody, but what ended up happening is that things got out of hand, because the cowboys started shooting at the Earps and Doc Holliday, and they defended themselves. That's kind of stupid to say, well, the law officers can't defend themselves, if, Perp opens fire on them and stuff. And I'm like, that's how they were back then. And, Wyatt Earp told the mayor or something to, like, kiss his butt or something. Something along the lines of kiss my butt, basically. Or take a flying leap or something to that effect. That's basically what he said, not so many words. But anyway, I do recommend watching Tombstone, alright? So hang on, and I have some other movie reviews for you, alright?